Welcome back to Morning Baraka, and this is a nutrition portion of portions.
We are going to make a date smoothie this morning.
Date smoothie.
Brother Bilal is going to make it.
Looking forward to this date.
Yeah.
Smoothie.
So, shall we? What are the ingredients? Firstly, what are you going to put in this smoothie?
So we got a quart of. Well, I'm so habitual with the ingredients, but check the Facebook page for the details. We'll just go with
let me just tell the viewers that this is for weight gain actually, rather than weight management loss. So weight gain. So there must be things in there that are obviously going to help somebody who perhaps needs to put on a few pounds. Does that affect a lot of people? I mean, you're always hearing on, sort of the news and current affairs how obesity is, taking place. But what's the sort of proportion of people that actually need to gain weight?
No, people that need to gain weight are definitely in the minority, but there are some who need to gain weight. Some that need more specialist intervention because they have like eating disorders, specifically, like anorexia and bulimia, things like that.
Yeah.
Putting those to the side, there are some people that have high metabolisms and they, for example, don't take care of themselves in the sense of they may neglect that aspect of them. People that work hard, demanding lifestyles, but they don't take care of their nutrition. So they're not eating good.
People that perhaps not feeling well, sort of through sickness?
Through illness as well. Yeah. There are people with different medical conditions that may require them to have and those type of people, we always would say to them, seek medical intervention, speak to a specialist, a nutritionist, a dietitian that can prescribe you, they can do a full assessment and then prescribe you detailed, tailored, meal plans and things of that nature. This is not what we're doing here. We're just
what are you putting
promoting
in
this. Oh, this is the vanilla.
Ooh.
Vanilla yogurt. Sometimes we use plain yogurt, but for this one, in particular, we have the vanilla yogurt. So very nice if you like vanilla.
A date smoothie.
The date smoothie. Oops, here we go.
Right, so you've added milk. And
is that milk?
Ordinary milk?
Half.
As in cow milk?
Yeah, normal cow milk. And as I've said, we people with intolerance to dairy, you can use almond, or there's always various alternatives.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have one banana.
Right.
Which we shall add. Bananas are really cool fruits. I find them to be like slow release of, the nutrition, and so it's not really affect you, especially if they're not brown and speckled, but they have more sugar in them, and then that can affect your blood sugar levels if you eat that type of banana. But and particularly early in the morning, to be careful with those if you're trying to monitor your blood sugar for whatever reason, then
But speckled brown bananas make really good cakes.
They're super sweet though. They are super sweet if you
like
the sweetness.
Not that we're talking about cakes in this show.
No.
But they are very because rather than throwing them away, obviously we're not recommended to waste food in Islam.
No.
So sometimes
people make different loaves. They make different loaves, don't they? Of some type of.
Right. So you're adding your
bananas. We do. And now we just need the chopped dates and a cup of water.
Right. And they look like the medjool dates, right? Quite big.
They're massive. They are. Hey, but that's live TV, man.
So you're going to chop those?
Yeah.
Dates are again something that's very recommended. Okay.
We'll leave that there. We'll chop them up, cut them up. It's all
It's interesting seeing somebody chop dates up.
Although this is what the blender's for, so when my chopping will be minimal because that's the whole point of having the blender. So, but it's fun.
So generally, if somebody was trying to gain weight, eating a few dates a day, is that a good sort of natural way to gain weight?
And you step up a little bit on your carbohydrates as well.
Right.
That's one way as well. Like some people say, you just reverse like when you cut down on your carbs because you're trying to lose weight. So you just have a little extra. Where you might use olive oil, you could say, all right, I'll have a little butter. The things that you cut out to lose weight, you just add a little. You don't have to go mad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's excessive, isn't it? Not to go excessively one way or the other. Okay, then.
And I think if people adjust their food intake little by little, they'll see the changes as opposed to like doing anything drastic.
And then what about exercise?
Exercise is always there.
Good way to gain weight?
Cardiovascular tends to be something that people do to either get their heart rate moving and keep the heart fit. But resistance training, exercising with weights or your body weight, press ups or different types of training physical activity training can help you to bulk up. You know, nothing like the deadlift, as they call it, in weight training, to all over body exercise to, you know, get you in good shape. And
so there's the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, said that when you it's
and
narrated
have
by him.
plenty of small meals to keep the weight up as well. Plenty of small meals.
So the Holy Prophet has said that it's always important to try to make wuzu, keep wuzu when you're eating, and to face the Qibla. So we're kind of that way, aren't we?
Yes, we are. So that's the courtesy of dining, of eating.
And again, it's actually sharing food is very, very recommended. To eat with others, it brings barakah to the food, to yourself, and I think Islam focuses a lot about sharing, doesn't it?
Sharing is caring. You would share with people if you care about them, or if you didn't and you shared, it would increase your capacity to share, right?
But I think even the hospitality. I was reading a hadith last night about.
I just added a bit of extra water.
All right, so you're just adding water, okay. So a group of people came to visit the Holy Prophet. He was busy in his supplication and prayers, and so his companions, the Prophet's companions, sat the guests down, and after a while the guests said, well, we didn't realise that he would be preoccupied, and we'll say as-salam, and we're leaving. And then so when the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, went to see the guests, went to his companions, and then he said, they narrated that some guests had come, and he was quite upset that they hadn't offered food to them. And so that's, and you just think, you know, the emphasis on, you know, being hospitable, serving your guests, and, you know, so you're going to serve the smoothie to me.
Inshallah. And when you think about Muslim communities and societies, food plays a big role, isn't it? Eating together. I think it's a new phenomenon of the kind of microwave, my meal on my own in front. You know, Muslims tend to come together and share, right? Whether we're on a hajj or ziyarah or whatever kind of activity, or just at home, somebody knocks the door, we're about to eat. It's a shame to tell the guest, oh, we're actually having dinner, it's a bad time. It's more like an ideal time. Hey!
Absolutely.
You know? When I was a child, many bachelors would knock around dinner time with the friends and associates of the family would. It seemed to, I didn't understand as a kid. These guys would always pop around, just around, but we'd have a table, right? And so they were always welcome. You know?
Definitely. Right.
Here goes. Wish me luck.
So your dates are hopefully going to have a good crush in there.
Yeah, they will.
So apparently dates are quite mentioned quite frequently in the Quran.
Yes.
So inshallah it will be a nutritious
the dates,
smoothie.
and in the sunnah of the Ahlul Bayt, you know, even if you don't have, you know, sufficient funds to cook a big spread, but you're gonna offer somebody to break fast. You know, even if it's a date or some water, you know, the dates always mentioned lots of different contexts, right?
I think nutrition is very, even I think. It's good for pregnant women as well, the energy levels, So you wouldn't know about that, but for women, sisters.
I think nursing mothers as well is quite helpful, right? I wouldn't normally do it this much, but because the dates, you know, they have a certain type of consistency. You want to make sure that you give it a little extra.
And you have the bananas as well, don't you? So okay, so
I can't wait. I can't wait.
So what kind of smoothies do you make? You know, when you make your own, what do you tend to go for? Ones like this, or
I tend to keep it simple. I use a lot of porridge, and banana and stuff like that, because I tend to use the smoothie for a pre-workout meal. Makes me sound like a gym fanatic. I don't train that often.
Okay.
But it is my downtime.
Yeah.
And
so do you not have so when you say you have a routine, you come home, and somebody doesn't have time to eat a meal before they go for the gym, this is an ideal sort of substitute. Yes. And then you'd come home after the gym and have a meal? Or
sometimes to make, sometimes I might train at home, and what I'll do is, because you said time is of essence, so you can, what I tend to do is smoothie, porridge, banana, so on and so forth, make this high protein, high carbohydrate meal, but I know I'm going to exercise. I'll take that and then maybe go shopping or go out and do something else in between, because you can't train straight away, so give yourself a couple of hours and then come back. Boom.
Okay, so in terms of when you want to gain weight, what kind of sort of, is it good for people to regularly eat?
Regular small meals, your brown rice, your sweet potato. I still say, although you want to have extra carbs, try and go for that, like what they call the healthy carbs, the brown rice, the quinoa, the sweet potatoes, these type of carbohydrates, maybe even some of your starches like your yams and things like that, as opposed to polished white rice or bread and these type of sugars.
Tend to put the weight on in the wrong areas.
Yeah, yeah. They don't. Not flattering type of areas. Yeah. So here goes.
Okay. Let's see, Brother Bilal's. Your magic hands have made. It looks quite. Looks good.
There we go. So. Date smoothie coming up. One date smoothie coming up.
Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to just go for this.
Bismillah.
It's really good. Really good.
Wow, that's really quite sweet as well. That's quite sweet.
It's cool. I like it. It's not too. That's one that I would probably make.
Probably healthy for people who have a sweet tooth, but you're trying to get away from the chocolates, the candies, the sweets. It's still.
So not your Oreo milkshake and just...
No, we've had a request for that. We might have to explore that in the next episode.
No, that's really tasty. And I think you can... There's not a taste that's actually too overpowering in this.
It's an even mix, isn't it? It's an even mix. You can taste a little banana. You can taste a little bit of the dates, the vanilla yogurt. It's all there. It's all there, balanced.
The yogurt and the banana.
Yeah.
And you can't tell the date, actually.
And these are really cool, like really good foods, not too much processed added sugars, but like these are natural sugar. The dates have their own natural sugar.
Yeah.
And even milk has lactose, has its own natural sugar as well. So no need to then lump in a spoon of brown sugar and too much additives. But we did bend the rule a little bit, or was it a bit flexible with the vanilla yogurt?
Why? Well, you've said previously that yogurt's not too bad. So what would it be in the vanilla version that you're saying it's not so?
No, just to taste, just to give it a different taste to the plain yogurt. For more for the consistency. Yeah.
So what else would you recommend somebody who wants to gain weight? What kind of other foods? I've obviously made a smoothie here, but what would be the sort of ideal kind of food to eat?
So food wise, I would look at things like brown rice, a little bit extra brown rice. A little bit extra sweet potato, some of the starches. You don't need to cut off the trim. Like sometimes they advise you to trim the meat because of the fats and the fats. Like cook the meat. If you're cooking some beef or whatever, go for it. Go for it. Yeah,
so
if you have a chicken.
Put the weight on it where it might be unsightly or anything. That would.
Even say, for example, one time they used to say remove the skin off the chicken.
Yeah.
If you're trying to put on weight, chicken, the natural animal fats are quite healthy.
Right.
They are quite healthy. Yeah.
Right. So then, and is it better for people to? So we're obviously encouraged to eat
in proportion. That is actually. I just make sure I add that in.
Okay.
But healthy fats in proportion are good for your system. So
is fried chicken good?
Less than ideal.
Okay. So you'd have to still cook it in a healthy way.
Yes.
Which would be sort of grilled or oven roasted.
Grilled, oven roasted. Yeah, oven baked. That's fine. That's fine.
And anything that you'd recommend? That's sort of like a nice recipe, quickly.
Stewed chicken. Stewed chicken is one of my favourites. Stewed chicken. It's some secret ingredients I couldn't disclose. But
we need to let our viewers know. They might want to make stewed chicken.
But if the viewers ever have a chance to go to a Caribbean restaurant and it's a halal Caribbean restaurant, it's brown stewed chicken.
Do we have a halal in London?
There's two in South London I know of.
Okay, well that's really good. And what else from the Caribbean cuisine?
You've got jerk chicken, you've got pepper steak.
Oh wow.
Akin sawfish.
I'm getting my stomach's
green bananas, which you don't have them like a sweet green bananas is boiled and have them with savoury.
Is it quite healthy, Jamaican?
Some aspect like your oxtail and butter beans. Some of the foods are healthy, and some are a little bit.
Okay. Well, then it's good to have the variety.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. That was actually very delicious, and the recipe will be on the Facebook page.
Absolutely.
So
Inshallah ta'ala. Yeah. To get the exact ingredients.
Brilliant. Thank you so much once again.
Most welcome.
And next up we have politics and system.